Hi, I'm Dr. Heather here at Gate City Animal Hospital. I'm going to talk about various types of support animals, and with me I have my dog Reese. She's a registered therapy dog here with Pet Partners in North Carolina. She's been a therapy dog for over 5 years now. She visits hospitals, schools, nursing homes, libraries during scheduled and approved visits. Many people use the term therapy dog and service dog interchangeably, but not all dogs in vests are created equal. There are 3 general categories of these dogs: service dogs, therapy dogs, and emotional support dogs. They all have very different jobs, and they do not have the same rights in public places. Today I'm going to focus in this discussion on dogs, but all of this information applies not just to dogs, but any animal that is qualified to perform the tasks. The Americans with Disability Act defines a service animal as a dog or other animal who is trained to provide assistance to an individual with a disability. For example, some dogs are trained to pull wheelchairs, alert to certain sounds or alarms, pick up items that an owner has dropped, or are used as support for standing or walking. The ADA requires 3 things for a dog to be a service animal. The person must have a life-limiting disability. The dog must be trained to recognize and respond to the handler's disability by doing either work or tasks. And third, the dog must not be disruptive in public. Otherwise, the dog can be legally excluded and asked to leave. The dog must be both housebroken and leashed, unless it is required for its job to be unleashed. Service dogs are not considered pets. They're not for petting or playing, as this could prevent them from performing their job. Most service animals wear a vest, and the wording usually says, "Please do not pet." But don't worry, they do enjoy plenty of off-time fun, during which they're allowed to rest and take part in activities as a normal dog. Some service dogs are also registered as therapy dogs, and in their off-time duty, volunteer their services to bring comfort to others. Persons with disabilities are permitted to take their dog into buildings such as restaurants, libraries, supermarkets, and churches, transportation systems, and other public areas where dogs are otherwise not permitted. Service dog laws do not require a doctor's letter for going into public places, and there's also no national registration for these service dogs. For certain situations such as housing, flying, or workplace, they may require a specific letter. Since service animals do not commonly have paperwork or proof that they are a service animal, and some disabilities may not be obvious, a business owner is restricted in what they're allowed to ask the owner of a service dog. They cannot ask what a person's disability is, they cannot require the dog to perform a task, and they cannot ask for any form of documentation. They may only ask 2 questions to figure out if a dog is a service animal. They can ask, is this dog a service animal required because of a disability? And second, they can ask, what work or task has this dog been trained to perform? Therapy dogs do not have federally granted legal access to public areas like service dogs do. Therapy dogs also receive training, but their responsibility to provide psychological and physiological therapy to individuals other than their handlers, where service dog provides services to their personal handler. They generally have a friendly and stable temperament, and they typically can visit hospitals, schools, hospice, nursing homes, libraries, airports, and even colleges during finals week. Unlike service dogs, everyone is encouraged to interact with the therapy dog when they're on duty. They often wear a vest or a bandana that has the name of the therapy dog organization. Research has shown that positive interaction with dogs releases endorphins, oxytocin, prolactin, and dopamine. These are hormones associated with blood pressure regulation, pain relief, stress relief, and joy. Visits from therapy animals can normalize stays away from home for hospital patients. They can improve motivation to participate in treatments such as chemo or blood draws, particularly in children. And they lessen worry, anxiety, unhappiness, and pain. Training a therapy dog can be done by anyone, but they must meet a set standard to be registered and actively participate as a therapy dog. If you're interested in registering your pet as a therapy animal, please follow the links below to the Pet Partners or the Therapy Dogs International websites. Emotional support animals are pets that provide emotional comfort to their disabled owners, but they're not necessarily trained to do so. Emotional support animals can have amazing benefits to a disabled individual. Their basic companionship and unconditional affection can be just the right therapy to counter a condition like depression or PTSD. Service dog laws do not apply to emotional support animals, and they are not allowed access to public areas where dogs are normally prohibited. Emotional support animals do have certain legal rights in housing situations and when flying. The Fair Housing Act allows disabled owners of emotional support animals to reside in housing even if there's a no-pet policy. The Air Carrier Access Act also allows individuals with proof of a disability by a medical doctor to be accompanied by their emotional support animal while in the cabin of an airplane. There have been recent changes based on various different airlines as far as which species they will allow to be in the cabin of the airplane. Now that I've reviewed all three types of support animals, I'm going to discuss the recent increase in fake service dogs. In many states, it is illegal to misrepresent your pet as a service animal. There are many stories of fake service dogs, either biting people, having accidents in stores, or just being generally disruptive. These fake service dogs are not trained, and they end up misbehaving in public places, which gives real service dogs a bad name, thus creating backlash against people who need legitimate service dogs to go through their daily lives. It has become very easy for people to go online and order certificates, uniforms, ID badges for their pets without having any proof of their disability or of their dog's training for such disability. Please think twice before ordering a vest or ID badge online for your pet just to gain access to public areas. Every time someone fakes a service dog, it puts the work of real service dogs in jeopardy. Please be respectful of those needs of service animals and leave your pet at home. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. There's also many links below to more content if you have any further questions. Thank you and have a fantastic day.